Hi everyone, welcome back to Ken's Lab. You might notice a little difference in the lab, and actually a big difference. And I started on this updating my lab a few days after Christmas, just before the New Year. I thought, well, New Year, get a new look in the lab. The other way I had it was just so difficult to work and to restore and repair radios and TVs. I thought, it's time for a change, and I put it off for wanted to get it done for a while, and I kept putting it off because I knew it was going to be a big job. So it took me 8 weeks to do it. I got it done 2 days ago on the 16th of February. Today's the 18th. It really kicked my butt because there's a lot of work involved, and I knew it would be. I'm going to make little changes. I've got so many radios that I restored, repaired. There's a lot of them up here that you've seen on my channel, and some I've gotten rid of to my siblings and my kids, but still I've got tons of them downstairs in the basement yet that I don't have room for. I need a lab about 3 times this size to get stuff in here, and that just is not going to happen. So I did the best I could. 8 weeks it took me. Think about it. That's like some basic training. Well, not for me back in the day, because we only had 6 weeks because of the Vietnam War, but 8 weeks is quite a while. So I made new workbenches, put up ceiling LED lights. I got four footers in here. I bought a 6-pack of them for $35, free shipping. Alright, plus a little tax, state tax. So say 36 for 6 of them. Yeah, I didn't want to go too expensive with them. So I hope the rule, well, you get what you pay for, does not apply to these. But they needed to be in here. And then I made my workbenches using resin legs, because I didn't want to use 4x4s. And these are 36 inches high, which is a nice height to even stand up and work. The benches are 3 feet by 5 feet. A lot of lumber. I hate buying lumber anywhere because, gone through, warped, it's not the way they stack things, and so you got to pick the best of the worst. But I did okay. I'm gonna take all these radios that are not keepers. Keepers I'm actually keeping, but I'm going to start selling them. Get rid of a lot of them so I can have more room. And please don't ask me to sell them on this channel, because I won't do that. I'll be some other format. I'll sell them, and I'm going to take all the proceeds and donate it. One of them's going to be St. Jude's Children's for cancer. And the other one's going to be for the homeless veterans. Since I'm a veteran, and I'm not homeless, but naturally, but so those are the proceeds are going to go to those charities. And then, you know, there's no such thing as a guy in this type of hobby where he was repairing, restoring radios, televisions. You know, there's no such thing as hoarding parts. Some old chassis with parts and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not hoarding. But there is hoarding in my way, because I was keeping all of the old components that I would take out of these units. I got a big box full of them, and I didn't want to put them in the landfill. I didn't want to see them go there. So I'll be making component art, figurines of some type, or I can solder a bunch of resistors, capacitors, and other items and make little figurines. And as I'm working on a radio or soldering something, I can add a little bit to a figurine and a little knick-knack. So that's what I'll do this year also. I'll make knick-knacks or art, component art. Get rid of some of these radios by selling them and donating the money. And that's my plan for the year. I do got a few sets. Alright, I wanted to show you, hopefully I can, you can see the majority of this. You see my, I'm trying to look in the camera, see if I'm in there. Hewlett-Packard, this is my oscilloscope, and then the Hewlett-Packard signal generator. I opened them up and cleaned the fans in there. They weren't so bad. But I got my tower computer, it's an Acer. That was filthy. I took out the cooling fan for the CPU, and it was just filthy. I had to take it out, clean it all up really nice, and then put some thermal paste back on it, and got that all cleaned up. So that's those two here. This one is I got two of them. This is the Pasco Scientific power supply, AC and DC. DC will go up to 21 volts, and then the AC also will go up to 24. So this is AC and DC, and I have used this AC, so that's the reason I got that one. This one over here is a B&K, and it's got just DC, but you can change the limit on it from, let's see, 50 amps. It's a 0.05 or something. 0.2, 0.5, I believe. Yeah. Which would be 200 and 500 milliamps. 50 milliamps, 200 milliamps, 500 milliamps, and then up to 2 amps. And then I can, so one thing above this one now is my audio generator. To my left over here is my Sencor capacitor and inductor checker. Right over there, to the left of that, you see my oscilloscope that I've had over there on the right side of me that I use quite a bit. And then you'll see, let me move this just a little bit, you'll see my transmitter. I used to have it behind me at first, and getting up, and my satellite radio. And then there's my AM transmitter, my FM transmitter, and then my shortwave, which I could get AM out of it, but I chose that one. That AM transmitter is a newer one that I bought maybe a year ago, something like that. 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, I don't remember. But it's better because I don't have to wait for it to calibrate. So, then you can see my top-down camera that I, work on stuff straight down. You can see. The only thing is 36 inches is higher, and I don't have the height. I might have to raise this up, this pole. But then also over here, my wife bought me a mug. It says Ken's Lab on it. Let's see if I can get this little slack in that. Get this out of the way just for a second. Oh well. There we go. It says Ken's Lab on it. She bought me that. And then she bought me this A Christmas Story lamp. I like that movie. It's a bauble. Shade on it. A little solar panel in there. But I like that movie because every year I try to watch it because it's I think it was a 1939. He had an Oldsmobile, 39, I believe, in that year. And all the other older cars. The older radio, the old 40s, early 40s. So I like that. Alright, now here I've got my function arbitrary waveform generator. You say, why do I need two generators? Well, this one has the sweep on it. This one don't. So this is nice. And I got my multimeter. I made this, I don't know if I showed you that before, this little signal tracer. Audio frequency and radio frequency. I have I think it's Heathkit over there that is better, but this one's good. It don't take up too much. It don't leave a big footprint, You've seen this, my volt VTVM vacuum tube voltmeter, and then my oscilloscope, digital oscilloscope that I had over here to my left. I put these magnet things on here for the tools that I use the most. Instead of reaching in the drawers and stuff. Wire cutters, I got these, I think hemostats, I got two sizes. Thicker, heavier set and small set. Long nose, couple pair, and I like this pair because it doesn't have the jaws in it. Pliers, screwdrivers, 1/4 inch nut screwdriver, strippers, and dental picks. So then I bought this. I bought this. It's a variac and isolated transformer together. I had variac and isolated transformer separate. Why not I get one that's got both of them in the same unit? And this is a 10 amp. I don't know if that's continuous 10 amps, but it's 10 amps nevertheless. And as you've seen, my Fluke multimeter. This desoldering gun I had under the bench, the table that I had, and it was so wobbly. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to fall down, but just didn't have the space. So it was not cool to have that down there. Then my soldering station, I had the station up there and the soldering iron on the shelf over there. It's got kind of, old. Got my S&D workstation here. Used that one time already, but and it's been sitting over there. I redid my, I used to call it a dim bulb tester, DVT, but it's actually current limiter. It depends on the bulb. I had a 250 watt bulb in there, and it did show shorts, but it was an overkill. So that's a 60 in there, and I can go 75, 100, and then into 250. Got a switch on it. That's a LED sign over. That's my wife's. She said that for 2 or 3 years, like 3 or 4, and she put it up in the window during Christmas. So Merry Christmas and New Year. She said Happy New Year, and it didn't dawn on me until last Christmas. I asked her if I could use it because she'd roll it up. It rolled up, and she says, yeah, as long as she gets it back for the next season. And she's got this program on her phone where she can type in whatever it wants to say. I'm going to have that changed, probably not. Could put on a warning or a caution about high voltages, the danger of high voltages, working with high voltages. You know, I can't put anything I want on it. But I thought it was kind of cool. Got my monitor over here. I hope you can see that. It was about up to here, and it was hard to see. This one is right there. It's easy. And then if I want to show you a schematic diagram, I got it on a Lazy Susan. I can turn it around. I got my TV using Roku over there. And then, see if you can pick these up. I put hooks on here for my clips, alligator clips, and whatnot. It's not in my way. I'm using my drum throne as my chair. Goes up pretty nice. So on the bottom I got all my cleaners and lubrications, and naturally my tower computer. So yeah, this was difficult. This I think is called golden oak, if I remember right. Plywood, 1/2 inch thick, with, you know, 2x4s. I put 4 coats of polyurethane on this after I stained it, sanding in between coats naturally, but yeah. So I got 2 of them. I'll show you that in a second, but I built 2 of them. So I got everything up here that I need now. I don't have to, you know, reach down and under a table to get stuff or over on a shelf. It's all right here at the ready. And let me see. See if I can turn you around with the camera before I take it off. Then I'm going to have to. But anyway, I got 9 of those up there. And those, some of them aren't marked. Let me take this off the tripod. Be more easier. This is not my usual. I don't use this. So, probably be a little shaky. I apologize for that. But yeah, there's 9 of them. I don't have them. I got a whole drawer right down behind this table. The dresser. And there's a mirror behind those. I'll have to remove those when I do a TV adjustment. Down there's a table. Fold out metal legs. I could put, it'll handle up, I know, a 1 ton capacity. I know that, maybe more, I'm not sure. But, yeah, I have a lot more stuff to go in. One of them drawers chock full of parts. Here's another little workbench. My little file storage. my machinist chest that I had on the front. It's easy access, and then another little computer laptop. This here is my light that's behind the camera, and I have that camera light up there. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you down below there. Move my my cleaning stuff, computer. Well, anyway, this light here, and then the one up top, and the one, oh, you can see the, don't want to blind you there, but there's two of the 4-footers, and there's 2 4-footers behind me. So it lights up this room pretty good. I got a Frank at Exeter's lab. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He got me started in actually doing some successful videos, because I was using my Canon camera. Actually, there's one over there that I was using, and cell phone. And all I was getting was couldn't get close-ups with the camera, and then the cell phone, no close-ups that great. And then when I get close to it, I cast shadows. It's just I wasn't YouTube worthy. Not to saying this videos are, but yeah. So that's that side. Now we'll turn around over here. We'll see my old tool chest. It's not that cheapy. I mean, it is, but I gotta move this with me, otherwise it's on a cord. My tool chest. It's a good one. It slides in and out, you know. As you can see with the hinges, it's not a cheap, but it's. Then I can move it from side to side, or take it all the way out if I wish. And then back here, on one of the shelves, I have tubes. See a welder, spare soldering iron station, that mattress pump I take outside and blow off chassis, radios, and an inverter. Here's my library, books that I had collected many years. Then these over here, these different color binders are full of information as far as different colored, the values on different colored resistors to the old type, you know, dog bone type, to capacitors and things like that. Then all of these notebooks back there is nothing but schematics, photo effects, my wire, and back on that 2 boxes back there, transistors, radios, pocket radios, that I've done, and I think there's a couple of them that I haven't done. Whatever, and I got a couple boxes downstairs full of them. Let's see, down here, what the heck is that? I got 2 5-inch TVs. I got this polishing machine with pads for plastic and Bakelite cases, and then I got that camera, another little camera, and cassette and whatever power station below that, a couple more oscilloscopes, you know. So now we'll go over here, just right of that, and I have on the left, it's the B&K 467 with the adapters in the box. And the top one is, it works, but it's busted up. So I got that one for parts. The second one is a Sencor. Let me think, what number was that? I can tell right fast if I can look at this one. This is another Sencor. This is my go-to one. It's a CR70. So the other one, this one's a CR 31A. Another Sencor with the adapters, miscellaneous stuff. Records that photo facts and schematics and stuff like that in there. Stuff that I was using to put on TV. That's your TV pattern generator. You see my Simpson 260. There was the old Variac, that was a 5 amp. Now the soldering station. Okay. Down below, resistor and capacitor substitution boxes. And calipers and whatnot. This is my Sencor Hickok 533A. If I really want to go in detail with the tube, this is the one that I use the most. You've seen this one. That's the Sencor that I repaired. And this is a Night. They're all plugged in and ready to go. Down here, I put another little rack with some cords in it. Oh, by the way, this one is gun stock. The stain is gun stock. Looks pretty cool, but I thought maybe the golden oak on this one would look cool. So I used 2 different stains. I took time to build those, stain them, polyurethane. Now the bottom out here, I've got a 6000 and a 600 Hickok down there. And right above that, I don't know if you can see it, in the black box, that's a Simpson, an old Simpson that they can check, very vintage, old tubes. Then I got some Tombstone radios that I had downstairs that I started on. One's a Zenith, I think there's a couple of Crossleys. And then there's 2 Grundigs, corresponding parts. So that's that side. Then here, you ain't gonna believe how much testing equipment you have if you start putting it on the shelf. And it goes all the way down to there. A lot of testing equipment, and some of it's currently being used, but not all the time. Here's the radios that I did, that I shared with you on the channel. That's some of them. Some like I said, I gave to family. And then the next one I have, well, a record player. It's a iPod and aux player and things. Spare camera. This scope here is an old one. Take a lot of handling. It don't work, but I'm pretty sure that CTR is good. I'm not sure yet. Then some radios, and there's a Philco, I think. Westinghouse. I got a couple of Silvertone, 3 Zeniths. I got a little one over there that's on the right, and on that shelf there is a DeWalt, little bitty guy, but it's an AA5. That's what I'm going to do next. Some repair. That's a Philco, the Zenith, Motorola. And then this one here is a 15-inch Hot Point, 1956-57. That's the one I'm going to start after I do the DeWalt. It's going to be a challenge and a half, and you'll see why. And that other TV back there is the Motorola. I think it's like a 12-inch black and white one. So that covers it all. Oh, that chest here back in there, I got full of chassis, solid state boards, and miscellaneous stuff, and everything. So I got it organized pretty much now where I can, there's my TV, watch my Roku on. But I got some work to do. I got parts still in a drawer on this dresser that I got to get into these. And I still got about, I don't know, probably that many more cabinets downstairs in the basement, but I got everything up here that I used the most. And I won't have to make a trip down there for a while, unless it's something really rare. Yeah, so that's it. So that's what I've been doing for the last 8 weeks. And really kicked my butt. I mean, I'm just getting too old for this manual type crap anymore. But it's done now. All right, like I said, I gotta do is just get stuff out of the drawers and put it in these cabinets. I got some old magazines with ads in them I want to put up around the room, but I don't want to do it now because I don't have these plastic sleeves to put them in. I don't want to put tape on them. Some of them ain't that great, but I don't want to put tape on them. So yeah, so I can, work now a lot easier. I don't have to inconvenient to have stuff and not at reach. So, well, that's the new lab. That's what I've been doing. I'll get back on my repairs and restorations on the next day or so. I'll start that little DeWalt. Then I'm going to tackle that Hot Point TV. I got 10 radios, oscilloscope, and 2 TVs to start this year out with. So, well, I hope you liked the little tour I gave you, showed you of my new workspace, my new lab. I think I'm going to really enjoy it myself. It's going to be so much more easier to do things now. So that it was just, I just started out with that in here. And I thought, oh, I got to make it look. Down in the basement, I had the same setup, workbench for my tube testers, and a workbench. I had it kind of set that way. And then when I lived in Illinois, it was that way. I had a garage, attached garage, that was climate controlled. And I had like three workbenches in there. I know. And then I had my drums. It was like the man cave. Now I got the drum room in there. I think I told you about this drum. This is my drum throne. I think I told you about that. DW, and I got 2 more. I got one for my E-drums, and then I got a bicycle or motorcycle seat for my D-drums. My I'm tired still. DW drums. I have that. So perhaps one day I'll go with a fast little drum thing. I'll get myself strikes on YouTube. But yeah, so it's done pretty much. Just a couple little things, and I hope you enjoyed the tour of the new lab, and I'll start back to my restoration. So until then, I'll see you next time, and take care.